policing Black women's hair is like annoying. It's annoying and confusing. So I think it's a
Everything.
good topic to land on because it seems like, if Black women if we want to wear our hair natural, we're policed about it. You can't go to, going into a career or corporate anywhere, you go to the office or any kind of getting a job or getting your livelihood, then that's an issue. You can't wear your natural hair. I mean, we're going to police your natural hair. And then if you want to, it can be my natural hair, it can be braids, it can be weave, it can be whatever I decide to do. And I think that's how it should be. I should wear my hair however I want to. But why do we have all of this fascination, and it is an obsession with the community at large about what Black women are doing with their hair? So it's like we hate you if you wear your hair natural, and we're going to stop you from having an income and a livelihood. And if you try to deviate from natural hair, we're going to hate you and drag you and keep the same styles, do the same styles you're doing, but have a problem if you wear them. So in Africa, women there had to do a movement where they were protesting and petitioning to be able to wear their natural hairstyles and not be subjected to wearing like their hair like this, or having to perm their hair, or just essentially. Then in California, they had to put out the law because a woman wanted to wear her locks to the office, and she didn't get a job because of it. So it's like this whole dynamic where we can't we can't win when it comes to our look. It's like everyone wants to police our look. And then it's like then you have people like Kim Kardashian who can wear the braids and all, and it's beautiful, but if we try to rock our own braid, we try to rock our braids, and it's a problem. And it's ghetto, it is like unprofessional. It's a term that's tossed out most likely.
So,
What's that?
Gabby Douglas is a professional Olympic athlete, and she won a pretty big award. And the sad thing is that the only thing that they wanted to focus on was the fact that her hair, her edges were not laid. And that overshadowed her accomplishments.
No
And
way.
yes, it did. It overshadowed her accomplishments. It was in essence, it was in like a whole lot of things. So instead of her being able to enjoy her
Victory.
win, her victory, instead she had to spend time defending herself on social media. This is in 2006, by the way. And yeah, she literally was she's a United States gymnast, and she was pretty much just attacked because her edges were not laid.
Oh.
Here's a little personal story. I about what maybe 4 years ago, approaching 40. Like I said, in my whole life, I've had all of my natural features, my natural hair. I still have my natural nose. Oh yeah. So I had never colored my hair before, ever before. So you have X amount of experience going through life and just noticing how people interact with you and whatever. One day I decided, I want blonde hair. So I decided to bleach my hair, which I'm still in the process, as you can see. I actually just gave myself the first bleaching, and that's why I have all these light spots in my head, because I'm going back to blonde. But anyway, so I decided I was going to go blonde because I became obsessed with Nicki Minaj after Beyonce dumped me. And she looks really nice with blonde hair. So I was like, okay, well, let me see if I can rock that. You know what I mean? Um, anyway, so I bleached my hair and it messed me up, but it was really bomb. And I wish I could pull up some pictures. But I bleached my hair, and then I decided to get some extensions. And they were kind of like this, except they were 30 inches. So it was pretty extreme. My point is, when I got the blonde hair, I saw Black guys unite like never fucking before. And what they united was to essentially attack me on the fact that I was wearing blonde hair. So they stopped looking at me. Some of them would snarl at me. On social medias, I got attacked by them, flooding my DM with just calling me a white supremacist, telling me that I was beautiful and asking me why did I have such low self-esteem, that I would do something. Someone even said I mutilated myself. They were accusing me of upholding the European standards of beauty. It was just a full-blown attack. And it was just interesting to me because I feel like any other ethnicity of women can do anything they want. They can bleach their hair, they can put trees in their hair, they can walk around with crack pipes in their hair if they want to, and they're not going to be attacked by their men or a men of other ethnic groups. What is it about African American women that people are so obsessed with policing everything we do? The way we talk, the way we walk, the way we do our makeup, the way we do our hair. There is nothing of African American women that we can do.
Our child, because someone made a point. Blue Ivy was attacked about her hair as well, and like she's just a little girl.
Yeah,
so it doesn't matter about how old you are. It's just if you're a female.
Yeah. Well, I brought up age because I wanted to mention how long I've gone observing other people's interactions with me and the way that they perceive me, and then the total switch. It was the exact opposite. Like literally, you would think that I was walking around with a shirt that said power. That's how Black dudes were treating me. And even like Black guys who are walking with white females will look at me and shake their head.
The irony.
Like they just couldn't believe it that I just like did something like this.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty awkward. I used to wear my hair with like blonde streaks in it when I was younger.
Yeah.
I got lots of Arabic guys trying to get at me, but I didn't really experience anything negative from it.
Yeah, also,
it was a different time.
I'm not considered a dark-skinned Black woman either.
I think I am.
No, sweetie. Really?
I've been told so many times that I was an Oreo. You can't be an Oreo unless you're dark skinned. Oreos are black.
She's so cute.
In middle school, how many times were you called crispy?
So Oreo means that you're white inside and black on the outside. She's so cute. Poor thing, don't even get it.
How many times were
you think I don't know what it means?
Well, then why are you talking about Oreo when it
I said they're dark chocolate because they're black. The color of them is black.
No, the Oreo literally, people use that phrase.
I know that. I know what they use it for. I'm using it for my own meaning.
Okay, so.
Well, I'm just asking because you can't just say that you're considered dark skinned when we all know that one, you're not. Two, how many times?
Bro, who are you talking to?
Yeah,
bro,
I'm asking you.
Who are you talking?
I'm asking you being dark skinned because I'm actually offended by you saying that you've been considered dark skinned.
I am. So moving right along.
Are you
going back to colors
for a Black person or a white person though?
Black person, obviously.
So when have you ever been
like darker than you?
Crispy? No, I'm wondering how many times have people insulted you and called you crispy?
We used to call each other crispy all the time.
No, we haven't. No, in school, how many times were you attacked and called crispy?
I'm gonna go ahead and say 0 on crispy.
Okay, how many people?
However,
so excuse me, I really want to finish because I'm actually very irritated by this. So in school, how many Black people told you that you were a shadow? How many people called you shadow?
I think only one, but they don't stand because I was stealthy, not because.
Okay.
You ain't.
You're not really part of the dark. Oh, let me ask you a question. When that song by Eve came out called Honey, were you one of the people who identified with the song Honey? Because I remember you playing it all the time. And being
I'm glad you do, because I don't. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. So the point is, you have never experienced any of what dark-skinned people actually go through.
You like a blonde hair who dyes their hair redhead. Like you never actually experienced any of the negative things.
Thank you. Thank you. But then she wants to claim the card. It's like, have a seat. Like, have a seat. You're not in this group.
No, actually, you ain't gonna tell me. I identify as dark skinned. So you ain't gonna tell me that I'm not.
Wait, hold on.
I'm not finished. You're not gonna tell me that I'm not dark skinned because you don't think that I'm dark skinned. That's like you trying to call me a cis,
No, honey.
a cis female. I'm dark skinned because I choose to be that one.
In comparison to white
and I
people,
go in the
you are
darkness.
dark. In comparison to white people, you are dark. However, there are white people who can tan your complexion.
Then they not white.
Huh? Yeah.
Then they not white.
Yeah,
She
anyway.
just trying to say you might be big B, a little between big B, big B.
Thank you. My point is,
Yeah, check out that I come over there.
my point is you're not part of the you were never stigmatized and made fun of and ran from and degraded or any of these things for having darker skin. So
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I haven't.
exactly.
Nobody
I
ever
wish
turned
I
the
would've
lights
known
off and
that
said,
you-
"Where did you go?"
I've had that happen. I've
Which
had
I
that one happen.
always hated that because, like, fool, if you turn the lights off, everybody disappears.
Right.
Yeah, vanilla ice, and apparently then you glow.
I always have the argument, like, cause guys be like, you know, women, you wear weave to assimilate into, you know, white culture, and I'm like, well, do you not realize that you do the same thing when you go and shave your head and and shave your beard down? It's like if you weren't coming into your job interviews with you know, cornrows and afro, then it's like you're doing the same thing we're doing, just, you know, for men.
So they don't understand why Black women wear weave and complain when Kim Kardashian wear box braids or cornrows.
Well,
Okay,
I don't think
so-
people complain. Okay, I'll tell you what. Black women should be able to wear weave or whatever hairstyle we want. We complain when people like Kim Kardashian wear the same hairstyles we wear, and she gets praised for them, and we get called ghetto or unprofessional, and so we get treated differently for wearing the same hairstyles that's natural to our actual culture, and then it's not for hers, but she gets praised for it, and we get put down and pretty much bullied for it. That's what we hear about.
In
At least for
addition,
me. I don't know if that's you guys' problem, but that's the issue I take. But quite frankly, I wouldn't really care one way or the other unless you disrespected me or coming for Black women. I'm not gonna care. That's pretty much what it is.
in addition to that, you can find every single hair texture within the Black community. Fine, straight, wavy, curly, kinky, coily, any type of hair texture you can find in the African American community. However, you cannot go and find a Romanian woman who's going to have a natural afro, like her sister wore natural afros. You're not going to find any woman of her ethnicity who has that natural hair texture. However, you will find women in African American or African descent who do have straight jet black hair. So that's one of the reasons why we're not stealing from another ethnic group. We're actually just copying from our own ethnic group, while they're actually taking nitpicks from ours, while they're at the exact same time acting as though it's something that originated from them. That's why they're lying and we're not.
And then also the fact that it is harder for Black women to be allowed to wear their natural hair, and then they, like Vanilla said earlier, like they'll have issues with a African American woman wearing her natural hair, but then when the white woman wear her hair exactly like the African American woman had been wearing hers, it's okay for her, but it's like very frowned upon, or even grounds for termination at work if a Black woman wear her hair and some cornrows.
Or
It's too unprofessional.
I dare a Black woman to go. Think if you work at a hotel at the front desk, I dare you to go to work with Afro.
I went to work with Afro in property management.
And how long
Management's
did you stay at that job? And how did that? Well, property management.
I got
I'd go to work